All right, final question of the day comes from our buddy Eric Monroe. Eric's, and this is on the fly, Alden. I have not seen this question yet. My question: if you had to travel cross country with one GOT character, who would you pick? As much as I love Stannis, I don't think he'd be the best travel companion, so I'm going with Bronn. Agree, very much agree on Stannis, and I will even say, to a lesser degree, my guy Jorah. You know, when he and Tyrion travel in the show, Jorah's not in a good headspace, so I don't. I don't hold it against Jorah, but I don't know if I'm traveling with Jorah. Where do you go with this? You got to head down or up or out. Who are you traveling with?
It's hard for me to not. My gut is to say Tyrion for like all the debauchery and the fact that my buddy would be rich. We could stay at all the best places, and like literally we'd be walking around. Tyrion would flip a gold coin at some guy, and it would be the most money he's ever seen in his life. And we would, drink until we couldn't stand up anymore. Like, I know that that's like probably the most like true answer in my heart, but to put that on his shelf because I talk about him so much, I'll challenge myself to not pick him. I think that there is probably a lot of emotional value and like just like a lot of good times to be had traveling with Brienne. I think like I want to be Podrick in this scenario.
You want to be Podrick.
I would squire for Brienne.
You want her to yell at you and boss you around until you're accepted. I think that's you're gonna be safe.
Train me.
You're gonna be safe.
Teach me. Let's walk around. She's kind.
Yeah.
Like she's hard on Pod like a military instructor, but she is kind. She's a nice woman. She's a nice person.
And again,
like she's sweet.
You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be safe.
I'm gonna be safe.
You're gonna, relatively speaking, I think you come out okay. That's a good answer. It's not gonna be a fun. It's not a road trip. It's not a jovial laugh a minute road trip. But you're in this land. You're choosing this land. This Eric's question is about this world. Who are you going to travel this world with? And Brienne, I think, is not a bad choice. Bronn's a great choice, but we've seen that. We feel that.
Yeah, but Bronn also might stab you in the back if it behooves him.
That's true. All right,
he's not above that.
My choice. I'm going back a bit. I'm talking about tragic deaths. This death was tragic. I'm going with Yoren. This guy has traveled from King's Landing to the Wall and there and back again and down south. He's done, and he's all these horrible things happened to him. A lot of tragedy, a lot of violence, and he's still just, I think, one of the coolest MFers in the room. You're gonna walk in. He's almost like Ford Prefect in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, except for Ford sometimes walks in and people are upset because he owes them money. But Yoren walks into any inn on the road, any pub in a town, and someone there's like, Yoren, yay, Yoren's back. I think you're safe in that way. I think you're safe moving it. And then, look, he was a one-man army when he goes. Like it was an unfortunate. And he's brave and he's strong. And I hated to see him go. And he's so sweet too. So I'm traveling with Yoren.
I know also, just in terms of honorable mentions, that's a great answer. And he is an underrated character, I will say.
Forgotten.
Very underrated.
Forgotten,
underrated, and also emotionally important. Like he's part of why Arya is okay. And he stops her from seeing something deeply traumatic.
Yeah.
And is a friend to Ned, literally to the end.
Yeah.
I think honorable mentions, I know this does say GOT, but expanding it to Hot D. There's some
reach for that hot D, Alden.
Reach for the hot D. Sometimes you have to. Great picks in there. As much as Damon's my favorite, I can't.
Damon's
for that
great.
Amount of time. No. Cannot. But I think that if I could have either Rhaenyra or Alicent for like a lesbians road trip, that would be just like let's go to the Pink Pony Club. Actually, you know what? As much as I love Rhaenyra, let me take Alicent. That way she could just be at a King's Landing and like relax.
Just chill. Okay.
Like
stop pulling at her nails. Okay.
Alicent, yeah, no more nails stuff. No more like, laying in the lake wondering like, will I just drown myself? Like Alicent needs to go to help her. Dorne. Alicent needs to eat grapes.
Yeah. Yeah.
She needs to get a foot massage.
Okay.
Like
okay.
maybe like we could relieve her of some of that like Westerosi Catholic guilt.
Yeah.
And then she'll be less uptight.
Okay. Yeah, Lauren Roma agrees. Lauren Roma also says Yara for many reasons. Addie points out Davos. I think Sir Davos would be good too. I think it'd be similar to Yoren, but a little bit more. You'd get a speech every time from Davos. Like, you want to go in that pub?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that pub. Let me tell you about what's going wrong in that pub. So
you have to understand that their happy hour.
Yeah,
their happy hour is
and
from 3 to 4.
Remains one of my favorite characters. I almost said Tormund Giantsbane, but we all have that friend. Okay, we all have that friend where it's a lot of fun. It's great for a day trip, but on day 2, you're like, all right, he's going to get us into a fight. He's going to delay us. He's taken all of the snacks. I think Tormund wears out his welcome.
Yeah, you said we all have that friend, and I zoned for a second thinking about who those friends are in my life, and I was like, yeah, that person. I remember when Tormund talks about his backstory in season 8, and he's like that he slept with a giant, and he's like, he suckled at her teeth. She thought I was her baby, or like whatever the hell he's like. He's too much. But
you can't trust his stories.
Yeah.
Yep. I have one of those friends. We used to keep our afternoons clear, and he.
Yeah, man, he's
a day tour.
He's very Tormund.
He's a day tour. Yeah. So Tormund's in there as well, but Bronn's a good choice too. But I agree with you. I think Bronn, as he proved even in the end, he'll take some coin to go a certain direction.
Somebody else that I consider, this will be my last little thought, is in the categories of I would love to pick them, but I know for my own safety I can't, is Melisandre. Now, look.
No, you can't.
Look.
Can't.
Nah.
You'll be burning babies.
I'll be doing bad things. It's like, how far are you willing to go for a goth mommy? Not that far. Not that far. Like, I'll listen to the sermon.
No.
But like, it's like once she's like, so I'm going to go in the cave and I'm going to be pregnant.
Exactly.
I'm not pregnant right now, but I will be by tonight.
Yeah.
I'll be 9 months.
Yeah.
And then it'll be a shadow and it will kill someone. Then I'm going to be like, I'm in too deep.
I'm in too deep. Yeah. There you go. As far as worst traveling companions or bad choices, I actually think Jon Snow at many points is a bad travel companion, especially early on where he's pouty, and I think you need Tyrion to kind of slap him upside his head a little bit. And then he's dour. The man died, so he's got that in the back of his head, and he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. So I don't know if I want to travel. As much as I love Jon, I don't know if I travel with Jon.
Yeah, it's like now not maybe with Jon, but maybe with Ygritte, and we go make fun of Jon.
Traveling with Ygritte?
That could be something. Traveling with Ygritte, and then she could be like, let's go meet up with my boyfriend. He knows nothing. But he goes down. Yeah. So it's all good.
But Ygritte, I may be wrong on this. Maybe it's because it's the free folk connection. Free folk connection. Yeah. I think she does. You pictured Kermit right there doing that, right?
You can.
She might cause a little bit of problem. It's the tra-la-la-la-la part of Ygritte. Now she loved Jon. She was flirting with him. I got it. But I think if we're traveling, she's got the wide-eyed. Is that a castle? No, it's a windmill. Mm-hmm. But I think that could turn into you might have to be corralling her a little bit. I worry about that when I travel. So in Westeros, I think I would too.
That's true. She would go off the path, and you would be like, "We're supposed to be at Hot Pies in an hour." We're supposed to.
Yeah. Oh, that's me. That's me. Who answered?
But then I'm too easily charmed because there's that scene where she's like, "Save me, Jon Snow." She falls into his arm and like, I'm a sucker.
There you go. Also, someone in chat said hot pie, and that's a great answer too. But yeah, I don't know. Hot pie is where you want to spend the night. That's when you're doing a road trip, you're gonna call up Hot Pie and say, "Hey, you got a spot on your couch for me." I think he proved to be a little bit of a burdensome travel companion.
Yeah. And again, Hot Pie also, you want to see him toward the end of the series because he also had a little bit of an arc off screen because he's a dick when they meet him.
He's not even the best.
And now, mind you, it was a horrible life
Yeah,
that they were all like.
yeah.
Like
I'll give
people in Westeros have the right to be prickly. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
we'll learn.
It's a bad place to live
We'll learn.
for most people.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
this is not like who would you want to travel with in Middle Earth, where it's like most people.
Yes.
Most people are very cool.
Yeah, yeah. Even like I love Thoros of Myr, but depending on when you find him, he might be a little too much to handle.